Good morning, good day everybody, and welcome to Turku, Finland for the Turku Open 2025. And we are visiting Luolavuori Disc Golf Course. We have the stag layout ready and prepared for the players to start their journey on the last episode of the Disc Golf Pro Tour Europe 2025.
This is something that the players now just have to adjust. I think they didn't play any practice rounds with wet grass, so this is a new situation for every one of them.
Silva Saarinen, picture perfect drive towards the basket.
Something else.
Yeah. And that is what we saw from Lehtomäki last weekend, and if she can keep that up, she has a huge advantage after this first round. Nesse back on 2 and wants a skip. Yep, 11 meters. Want that to be a bit higher. What a putt from Ida-Emilie Nesse.
Very solid stroke. I was thinking about what I would throw here, and I guess I would throw some kind of a forehand overstable putter on this one.
Lehtomäki goes with an Anheuser. This needs to hold.
This is perfect.
She's there.
She's right there. So that was the Ida that we saw last weekend.
And now, tee of 5. Silva Saarinen takes the right-hand side gap with the hyzer play, and it works fine.
That's exactly how you should do it.
Now Lehtomäki for a long birdie look. Gets it done, back to even par.
Getting the rhythm correct.
Katie Tätte takes a long birdie.
Also, they are putting a clinic for us.
That is a risky shot, and she needs to get stable. She does. I had so many mixed emotions during that flight, but she finds the circle.
Yeah, she knew what she was throwing. We didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the fate in the end.
And the 7 meters does it in the heart.
Seemed like it was going to be a bit high, but maybe it was just that she adjusted the tailwind. It was very good putt. Just start to make the putts, you realize that you were letting those go in a correct way.
Yeah.
And those were going in pretty well, but obviously you have to, well done from Silva. Yeah, obviously you have to still see the target when you make the putt, but yeah, this is an interesting game.
Nesse. This is more like it.
Yes, there's the line.
And oh, it's the chains! Ida-Emilie Nesse hits a branch and then chains out from the left side on 8. What a lucky shot there for the Norwegian.
Wow, that was very close. Wow, all I have to say.
That is a highlight from today. Pasi, we have OTP shot of today coming after the show, so make some notes about these great shots during the play. Wow. And here she gets a kiss. It's redirection going straight towards the bucket. And just a bit left and low. Skips on the rim. 128-meter par 4, but it's a dogleg left, and there are many trees you can hit from the tee.
The form looked good, but there was way too much power behind the shot.
Smiley gets the birdie, and she's now tied first with Saarinen, although she's 11 fairways down. That is true, so those other players on the course played over 10 holes or more. They have had practically 2 warm-up sessions already today. Silva Saarinen, tee of 9. Headed to the left. Gets a skip around the big tree on the left, and she's in a fine position. Might want to approach this basket straight up, but the safer way is to take it a bit to the right and fade towards the target. That's what Silva does. That is a perfect shot from Saarinen. That was Anni Mäkelä there, and now we have Netta Leppäaho. A tough back 9 for her. Now finds the island barely. She's putting for birdie.
Barely, indeed.
And Leppäaho gets the birdie. 2 down for the day for Netta Leppäaho. And Smiley under the bucket.
Silva Saarinen leading the bunch, going bogey free. This is probably the only hole where you have to go over the OB the long way. So, like we saw just a moment ago, if you throw it OB on the right side, you have to pretty much re-tee. So, instant big penalty.
Yep. Neste.
That's how you do it. Yes, nicely done.
And she's just on right now. That is high and right, but it drops down for the birdie. Silva says nope. That 8 down is nothing.
Exactly, doing the work. Not the perfect putt though, but that's how it goes. Somehow I feel that this shot is bread and butter for Ida. We'll see.
It turns. Can it navigate through? And she's under the bucket.
Called it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was really good.
Sun has come out, and with all that moisture on the ground, it's lifting quite quickly and causing a lot of humidity. Everybody was dressed up in a lot of layers. They've had to shed those layers now, and there's absolutely no wind.
Togias Manistad, tee of 15, finds the circle. Great shot.
But luckily still no OBs. Is that it? Yes.
Yeah.
That cleared the gap perfectly.
But she'll be able to get under it and give it a good run. I'd give her a pretty good chance. I mean, I'd pick her over just about anybody in the world to make that putt. Ida, I couldn't exactly see precisely where she is from my position, but I also trust her on the green quite a lot. She's been showing a ton of skills and
Opens up the game for the first feature card. Needs to get straight. And very similar spot to Togias Maniste.
Yes, nicely done.
Now Saarinen has a chance to get that bogey off her card with the birdie here. 9.5 meters. She's just on it.
Finland just hosted the World Championships. Last year you had the first elite Disc Golf Pro Tour event here. As a Finn, what does it feel like to hold these highest level events in the world?
It's awesome. It's a privilege, and the World Championships means a lot to Turku Open too this year because we have a lot of the top players.
Visiting Kaiti Alsalu, the second place holder, tee of 18, the island hole marked by hay bales. Oh, and that is right. Does it hyzer? Barely. It barely does.
Barely does. And the end result is actually good.
For birdie. And there it is. Very, very well done. 6 down with 2 bogeys.
Yeah, nicely done after... Okay, started it like... for the back 9.
Togias Maniste, tee of 18.
It seems the wind is picking up just a bit, but... Seems to be a tailwind, so nothing too hard to manage. Yeah, nicely done there. Only thing is that just that throw it high enough. Don't let the wind push it down before the hay bales.
I don't know many players who putt with the bullfrog, but that is in, and that is a great birdie, and Togias Männistö finishes her round 4 down.
That was very good putt. Seems like the wind didn't affect the putt in any way.
Tee of 18, Ali Smith. At this point, even par for the day. Oh, and hits the cage with the skip. Rolls down to the hay bales, but she's in bounds. We're rolling back that Zuka replay for Ali Smith, almost giving us a skip ace.
So if you throw it when it's still turning, it's gonna roll down pretty much every time. This is looking good.
Another beautiful shot from Nesse. Finds the bullseye.
Exactly.
With a solid shot here, she could still make her way to the lead card for tomorrow. This is turning enough. Hits the trees.
That was a good kick. Probably has to look for the birdie.
Keiti Tätte. Even for the day. Needs to hold straight. And it does. And hits the pin.
Very interesting choice. That was a mid-range and throwing it more at it. Straight at it. Also Silva's going with something a bit slower. Maybe they are actually kind of disking down because of the tailwind. So they are afraid to go long. Get up.
And Silva misses the island. So that is about 15 meters uphill for the par. Oh gosh, look at this. Well, that's a highlight. Silva Saarinen saves the par from the drop zone. For the birdie. Gets the birdie and she's 4 down. Birdie on 17 and 18 takes Lehtomäki tied with Togias Männistö 4 down through the tournament.
Silva was going hot for the first 13 holes. Then a couple of bogeys in the end, and Kaidi Alsalu at the same time picked up the pace, and now they're tied at the top. And also Anneli Togias Männistö and Iida Lehtomäki just 2 behind, finishing pretty well. But there's a little bit of an improvement to see for tomorrow for all of these players.
Hello there! I hope you enjoyed that last video you just saw. Consider subscribing to Disc Golf Pro Tour's channel to get some more free videos. We'll see you soon.